Okay, time to figure out what's on this thing.
Hey everyone! Welcome to a new Let's Play with me, your host Tim. And today, we're going to play through Inscryption together. There's no prep, because I couldn't begin to tell you anything about the game. This came on my Steam, what's it called? Queue? Discovery queue. And it looked great! I like the idea of it. It looks like it's going to be a creepy deck builder type of game. And in fitting with the Halloween months, I've been looking for another kind of creepy-ish game. Maybe this will fit the bill? So we'll go ahead and see, indeed, if it will work. I know nothing really about it, so other than, again, it looked creepy. Let's go ahead and see if it turns out to be the case. Okay, well, we haven't played the game. Can we hit... I can't hit new game, though. Interesting. Okay. Do we have to continue? That's kind of weird. Well, let's start. Another challenger. It has been ages. Perhaps you've forgotten how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. Play the Squirrel card. Can kind of barely see that he's got some sort of brows on his face. Now, player Stoat. Oh, I like this. I really like the way the game board, Can I look around? We can look around at the table we're playing at here. Interesting. To get a better look. I like how it's done. I very much like how this is done. Alright. Stoats cost 1 blood. Sacrifices must be made. Oh, the squirrel's afraid of dying. Interesting. I think it's shaking in fear. An honorable death. Play the stoat. Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Ring the bell to end your turn and commence combat. Your stoat stands unopposed. The number on the bottom left is its attack power. 1. Your stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale. You win if you tip my side all the way down. Like this. My turn. Your stoat stands in the way of my coyote. My coyote dealt 2 damage to your stoat. That means your stoat's health is 2 less. If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies. It's your turn again. You may draw from your deck, or you may draw a squirrel. How dull. It looks like our stoat should kill the coyote, but we could kill the stoat and the squirrel to plague the wolf. I think we'll just end our turn and let our stout kill the coyote. You know you can play more than one card per turn, right? Because you are learning, I will pass. Again, the choice. A random card from your deck, or the certainty of a squirrel. The wolf demands 2 sacrifices. I like this. This is kind of really cool. Kind of really cool? This is really cool. I like the theme, the sound our opponent makes when he talks. I noticed the sound of wood creaking as he was open his eyes. It makes me think that like he's like a tree or something, or like maybe he represents the forest itself. 4 damage dealt. 4 weights on the scale. You've won this match. They won't all be so easy. Let me recall your story. Oh, yes. You were lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. Two denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. The caustic adder. Damage from its poison bite is always lethal. The undying cat. Sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. Only one may grace your paltry deck. Behold the rule book. Appendix 12. Subsection 6. Abilities 20. Many lives. When a card bearing this sigil is sacrificed, it does not perish in the adder. Same appendix subsection abilities 4. Touch of Death. When a card bearing this sigil damages another creature, that creature perishes. Let's pick the cat. We're confused, we don't know where we are, and the adder seems like it's probably a stronger choice in so much that it does good damage, but it also takes 2 blood. The cat strikes me as being more of a economy card. That once you get this into play, assuming you can keep it alive, this will help you get more powerful creatures out more consistently. Another creature joins your caravan. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack. You found a squirrel in a bottle. Break it in case of emergency. And have a second. Another useful implement. I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. 3 is as much as you can carry. Interesting. So these must be emergency one-time use items that we've got with us that let us bend the rules slightly. How does this work? Do we just place it on the scale? wonder why it's a pliers and not just like a giant weight. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. You didn't sacrifice me. How kind. Maybe you'll help me? Take your turn. Play along for now. Wow. You may now see my moves ahead of time. Interesting. So, we place things directly onto the board and they act immediately. He does not. He places things in a queue that we get to see before they act. The wolf cubs, what's this symbol? Fledgling. A card bearing the sigil will grow into a more powerful form after one turn on the board. Need I remind you, your items may help. No, we're good. So, I think we play the squirrel... Actually, wait, do we get to draw a card? You cannot draw a card on your first turn. I like that everything I need to access is right here around me. What is this? Can I click on you? I cannot. Alright, so... Well, we start with the squirrel, and we start with the cat. So, I think we get the cat in play. So let's do that. So we place the squirrel here. And then... we kill the squirrel. To place the cat. There. And that's it. Mind the ambitious wolf club. It ages swiftly. We can sacrifice the cat to put the stoat out. And I think we draw a squirrel. So, I mean, I can't do anything about the wolf cub at this moment. What card did he put out? A bat. Airborne. A card bearing this sigil will strike an opponent directly, even if there is a creature opposing it. Okay. So, does it get to choose? I don't think it does. Alright, so let's sacrifice the cat to place the stoat out. Here we go. We could play the squirrel now. Sure. And we're done. We could sacrifice the cat and the squirrel to play the snapper, but it's not a very damaging creature. And I can't... I wouldn't want to place it here on the boulder to attack the wolf club, but I can't get rid of the boulder. So we'll just do this at the moment and see what he does next turn. The airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. Ha! My bat flew right over your stoat. So we've got two creatures we can sacrifice for the snapper already, but I'm going to make the assumption that we still can't... I don't want to really play it yet. I think we draw from our deck and we get a wolf. We could sacrifice the cat and the squirrel to place a wolf here. Let's do that. So, the wolf. Sorry, cat. You're going to take a lot of sacrificing. And will our stoat attack the bat, or does it ignore it because it has flying? I like the sound effects they make. Alright, I think we're done. Okay, and that's good to know. The wolf's damage doesn't carry onward when it attacks a creature. All unspent damage is lost. We need a squirrel card. We'll play the squirrel here, and then we'll play our snapper here. We could technically sacrifice the cat and the snapper to place another wolf if I really wanted to. It looks like he's not going to place any more cards. I don't know why we want to do that, though. I think we're going to win at the end of this round. We need 2 more points of damage, and we're doing 4 to him. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now bloodied terrain. The young wolf cub. It grows into a wolf after a single turn. The meek sparrow, an inexpensive, if feeble flying creature. Let's take the Sparrow. We already have 2 wolves, and although this one cost only 1 blood, I think I'd rather have something with flying. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. Oh my god, we gotta kill one of my creatures. Bless me. Well, I don't really want to lose the cat's constant sacrifice, so we'll sacrifice the Sparrow. We're not done? Oh, interesting. Something else benefits from this sacrifice. Can I undo this? Only if I go back to the main menu. I don't know. Okay, what is this going to do for me? The stoat says pick me. That's tempting to pick him. We are very early on. I don't know, though. I don't know how one of the creatures is getting stronger. I could do this, and if I don't like the result, reload. We'll pick the stoat, because he says pick me. Oh, I can still change my mind if I want the other creature up here. I wish I knew what this was going to do, everyone. How does this benefit the stoat? Well, let's do it. What an honor. A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the Sparrow now lives in the stoat. Oh, I would much rather have given the stoat the sacrifice it. The cat's ability, because the cat's 1 hit point, 0 damage for 1 blood. And if the stoat had the sacrifice, that's damage we're doing each turn. Okay. Well, now we know. Okay. Darn it. Let's move on. Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. Interesting. So he has ways to make his cards more powerful. A bat and a coyote. The coyote also has flying. We can't draw a card this turn. We need to get the cat in play. So we'll play the squirrel. Actually, let's... Hold on. Well, no matter what, I will play the squirrel, because we can. And then we should absolutely play the cat. I can't think of why we would not want to do that. The bat's going to do 2 damage. The coyote... Have you forgotten the items I gave you? No, I haven't forgotten that, sir. So I'm going to take 4 damage on my turn. And we can take 5 damage total. So we... How do I do this? I think no matter what, you play the cat. Now, do I play... Do I use one of my squirrel cards now? What's going to happen? I take 4 damage. He may play even more cards. On my turn, I would draw a squirrel. Play what? Like the wolf? And I lose. Yeah, I don't see how I win this. He's doing too much damage to me. If I take a squirrel and play the wolf, and I play it here, we do 3 damage to him to start. He does 4 to me. My wolf then counters and destroys the bat. And then we can take a squirrel and sacrifice it for the river snapper to kill the coyote as well. But I think I have to take a squirrel this turn or we've lost. Is that right? We take 4 damage. Even if I play the wolf here, we do 3 back. Next turn. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. We have to play a squirrel card now. A squirrel bottle. Done. And then we play the wolf. My totem has granted my coyote the power of flight. Will at least survive another round. He didn't play any more cards this round, so we definitely want a squirrel. And then we're going to sacrifice them. Okay, he's playing a wolf cub. That's fine. Our wolf can take that. He's completely insane. You see that, right? No care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Enough. It only keeps me around to watch me suffer. Back on the board. You're 1 damage away from winning. You know, when we put more damage on him, he held out a bowl and took more of those weights into it. So maybe it would behoove us to actually do more damage to him. Its suffering... Oh, I missed what he said originally. Its suffering was real, but you will see it again. Oh, man! So the creatures we sacrifice do... They're shaking because of the pain they're going to be in. Oh, poor creatures. Impressive. You may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. The ornery porcupine. Sharp quills await those who dare attack it. Once a card bearing this sigil is struck, the striker is then dealt a single damage point. The stalwart snapper. I near impenetrable defense. What is this? This must be telling me that I already have one of these in my deck. The monstrous grizzly. Its form speaks enough of its efficiency. I saw a sacrifice symbol up ahead, so it's tempting for me to grab the porcupine and put the sacrifice symbol on it rather than take one of these larger creatures. This way, we convert our cat into a 2 hit point, 1 damage dealing creature that actually strikes back when injured. So I'm thinking of doing that at the moment. The grizzly looks really strong, I like it, but it's 3 sacrifice for it also. So I think we will play the porcupine, everyone. Let's take this instead. A camp. We don't know what that does yet, but I know what this does now. And I see another camp up ahead, so I think we'll go to that camp. But I really want to sacrifice that cat. Interesting, and we can't choose the stout any longer because we've already sacrificed. It's already benefiting from it once. Oh, although the porcupine being sacrificed as something like the river snapper would also be very good. Oh, that's interesting. But I think I still stick with my original plan. And we do the sacrifice. There's a way out for both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cabin. Be silent, or I will tear you to shreds. A sparrow and a grizzly, and we can't stop the sparrow at all. And the grizzly's gonna do 4 flipping damage to me. Holy crap. So we need the snapper out to take that damage. I don't have any space on my side of the board, though. I think we play the squirrel, we play the porcupine, And then we sacrifice the porcupine to place the stoat in play. And the stoat dies. I think we do that. So Squirrel goes here. Porcupine goes here. Then we want the stoat in play. So we sacrifice the porcupine to place the stoat. This spot? You sure? Yeah, I don't have a choice. I need you to tank the grizzly. That's all there is to it. All right, and we end the turn. So we want the snapper in play. So we need a squirrel card. And then we sacrifice this. That will buy us a round. We'll do just 1 damage to him. Pliers. To the user, you will place a weight on the scales. The pain is temporary. I'm going to do just 1 damage to him. I have 2 wolves left. If I draw a wolf card, and I sacrifice the snapper and the porcupine, it doesn't matter where I play the wolf. I can't get through the grizzlies. I'm doing 1 damage to him with the porcupine. I think we use the pliers. Yeah, I think we used the pliers. So let's, let me think a little more. So, if I draw a squirrel, we can place a squirrel here to stop this grizzly from damaging us for 1 turn. This grizzly finishes off the snapper. This bird destroys this ground fur. This one will walk up and do 1 point of damage to me. My porcupine does 1 damage to him at the end of this turn, but that's not enough. We need 1 point of damage, and I guess that's the pliers. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh, we have to draw a card, though, no matter what. So let's draw a squirrel. And we'll use the pliers. Oh, God! Those are teeth? Are these teeth? I mean, we just put a tooth. Oh my God. A well-earned point of damage. I didn't think you would really do it. Thorny rebuke. What the heck? You cheater! What the heck am I supposed to do, you cheater? You've lost. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick atop the barrel beside the door. Interesting. Oh my god, we are indeed in the cabin. The board where we're currently playing the game. Oh, interesting. So there's stuff to do outside the game. Does he mind if we do this sort of interact with these things? It looks like he doesn't mind. The stoat said the secret to leave this place is inside this cabin somewhere. So there must be some sort of secret here. It looks like we could take the knife to cut this rope. But not yet. Okay. We don't have a key. Hello. Sir. We sacrificed a tooth. To win that match. Bring it here. Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? You were cheating, is what we were doing. Is that the boss battle up ahead? Oh, we can get up whenever we like and look around. Interesting. But we can't leave. I'm not going to walk into him. I think it behooves all of us to keep him as mysterious as possible. He's got horns on his head. Interesting. This is probably a resupply, but I don't know what the fire does yet. So let's go towards the fire. The proud wolf, a vicious contender. Another cat's not really going to help me. But yeah, it's not going to help me. The porcupine might, though. We could sacrifice it to put its thorns onto our turtle, for example. We have 2 1-point cards in our deck and 3 3-point cards. I think we do take the porcupine. You came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. "Come, warm one of your creatures by the fire," one said. "Warm it by the fire, that will enhance its power," said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. We have to do this? We have to do this. So one of our creatures might be killed, I guess, but it might also gain +1 power? This looks like +1 or I'm eaten, is the symbol there. I'm tempted to give it to our Stoat, who likes to talk and is currently flying. It'd be a 2/3/1 sacrifice creature. Or our other porcupine. It would be this porcupine, because I'm going to sacrifice this one in the future to a river snapper. A 2/2 sacrificial porcupine that does 1 damage when it's finally attacked. River Snapper itself could also be a decent thing to improve for 1 damage. 2/6 isn't bad. I'm thinking one of these two. We'll make it our sacrificial porcupine. Because I'm always going to try to get it out into play. Always. And doing 2 damage. I'm going to try to protect it. And have it deal damage for a little bit could also be really helpful. But then again, 2 damage on a 6 strength river snapper might be good too. We'll choose our snapper. No, I'm gonna choose a porcupine. There you go. The fire warmed the poor porcupine, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached towards it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the porcupine away from the fire and left. The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. Oh, that's awesome. Hee-haw! 'Twas the Prospector. He's doing the Prospector again? Easy, boss. The Mule's key. A coyote and a pack mule. What does this do? Sprinter. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. He's going to move to the right. Interesting. And I don't have my sacrificial porcupine. The shaking hand is great. Look at his face. That's so creepy. That's so well done. I guess we have to kill the pack mule. No, we have to get his life down. Why would I have to... There's something special about this? I don't understand. So... How do we do this? If I play the squirrel here, and then sacrifice the squirrel to place the porcupine, we do 1 damage to him. His coyote moves up and kills itself on our porcupine, and we have no cards on our side of the board. Alternatively, we play our squirrel and take the other squirrel to play the snapper from our hand here. The coyote walks up and damages the snapper but doesn't kill it. And on our turn, we kill the coyote and still have our snapper. I think that's a more but that uses our squirrel. I think no matter what, we have to play a squirrel. So let's do that to start. And then... I want to kind of hold on to our squirrel card. No, we will go ahead and use it. And then we'll sacrifice both of these for our snapper and end our turn. That's interesting. There's something under the pack mule. So we'll attack the coyote this turn. Let's place this squirrel here. And then we'll sacrifice the squirrel to place our porcupine. Has 2 life, but the book club does 1 point of damage and it will die to our porcupine. So let's do this. One more point of damage out? Or do we hope to draw a wolf? We get the sacrificial porcupine. Okay. I think we sacrificed the existing porcupine we have on the table for the new one. It's gonna take a while to chew through that pack mule, though, if that's how I want to do it. What's gonna happen? We're gonna do 1 damage to the pack mule. And 1 damage to him. The pack mule moves here. The coyote moves down. Coyote attacks the bull with 3 hit points left. And that's it. This has 4 hit points left. And I can't kill it. Unless I want to sacrifice whatever I put here with a wolf. I think we sacrificed a river snapper. Let's do it. Oh, I forgot we improved our porcupine, that porcupine 1 damage too. Darn it, I should have sacrificed this porcupine instead. Too late. We will win at the end of this round, I think. You know what? We draw from our deck. We get a wolf. We sacrifice these 2 porcupines. We do 2 damage to him, and we kill the pack mule. And we've won. Yes, that's what we do. Oh! Dag nabbit, my mule! I hope you didn't think it would be that easy. I did! There's gold in them hills. Gold! I've struck gold! What the heck? Gold nuggets. So we have some tiny walls here. A bloodhound. Guardian. When an opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, a card bearing this sigil will move to that empty space. Oh. So if we place something here, that moves there. Well, we just lost our sacrificial creature. Which I didn't want to lose. And we only have a wolf, 1 wolf left in our deck. We did get the sacrificial cat again. And we still get to draw a card as well, which is super useful. 2 damage. Wolves have 2 life, so he'll... Wait, yes. They do 3 damage and have 2 life. So the Bloodhound... If I put the wolf here, the Bloodhound will just move up and attack it. So I don't want to place a card this round. It's a trap. I'm pretty sure. We could play a Squirrel just to sucker that creature out here. Does 2 damage. It's 2 for the Totem. I think you just draw... I need space on my side of the board to begin playing things. I've only got... So... Let's talk about what's going through my head. So this looks like what opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, which is what will happen here. A card bearing this sigil will move to that empty space. So he's going to move... He'll move whenever any card is placed adjacent to him. Okay, gotcha. So he's going to destroy this gold nugget on his turn. He'll destroy this gold nugget on his turn. And that leaves me with 3 spaces next turn. And if I draw a Squirrel and don't play it this turn... Yeah, I think we draw a Squirrel and don't do anything else. Get him! Okay, so... Now I think we draw our last wolf. And we need to be careful here, Tim. You want the adder to face off against the bloodhound. You gotta be really careful with this, Tim. Really, really careful. If I place a squirrel, the bloodhound moves. I place the cat, the bloodhound moves. I sacrifice both of these to place the adder here, the bloodhound moves. I sacrifice the cat to place the bullfrog here, and we're good. Let's do it. Squirrel here. Bloodhound moves. Cat here. Bloodhound moves. Squirrel here. Bloodhound moves. Adder. Bullfrog. We're done. A serpent perhaps more deadly than man. If he's playing adders, I kind of want to end this quickly. I think we play the wolf. We sacrifice the cat and the bullfrog to get a wolf into play. It's interesting, the cat, because I like to actually sacrifice the cat now permanently to place the stoat out, but I can't do that. Okay. Yes! Allow me to light your candles once more. I won't be killing you quite yet. You're the first in a while to overcome a boss. As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card. Choose carefully. Poor abandoned child. It does not die when sacrificed, but do you have the heart to try? Looks like a little dragon to me. But I already have something that doesn't have to be like, I don't see why I would take this card. It does no damage, has 1 hit point, doesn't die when sacrificed. But our cat, we have a magical porcupine that does the same thing. And I don't know if I want another, like, I would probably just sacrifice this child to pass the sacrifice token onto something else. No, I don't think we take Child 13. The uninspiring Geck. Perhaps you can find a use for it. No cost for it. Oh, I just noticed these cards have some sort of symbol in the upper left. That probably is the type of creature they represent. So the Geck is a dragon. This is a stag of some sort. So the Gex power is there's no sacrifice required to put it into play, and it does damage. That's the first one of these we've seen. The level of Brutus strength needs no explanation. 7 damage, 7 life, 4 blood. I think I'd rather take the Gek or Child 13 than the Iralui. How are you supposed to say this? That's really super strong. In a situation like what we were just facing, maybe it would have been useful if, like, I have a bunch of low damaging stuff on my side and I need them cleared. Like, so I'm desperate to put something else out there that does a lot of damage. I don't know. I'm thinking Gek at the moment. Or again, Child 13. I don't see any reason why I take Child 13, except for the sacrifice, to put it on something else. Like our turtle, for example. We could keep killing our wall, basically, in order to put out other creatures. So that is useful. But I think we'll take the Gek. Let's grab the Gek. The next sacrifice, I'm going to be moving the porcupine's retaliation to the turtle. With the sound of the Prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onwards. The rank smell of rot and mold permeated the humid air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into the wetlands. And everyone, I think we'll stop here. This is an awesome first episode. I really like this game. Holy crap, this is awesome. And I will hopefully see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. I can't believe he cheated, too. He cheated. And we lost a freaking tooth.